Go party animals. Hiphiprenee here today with a brand new renovation for you. That's right, we are bringing back hiphiprenovates. It has been a while. How have you been doing? So this house I found on the gallery actually this morning as of the time of recording it, and actually as of the day that you're watching it too, because I did not have a video prepared for today. I have been going so overboard trying to figure out what I am doing for when Realm of Magic drops tomorrow. I've been doing a lot of research for the brief history video I am doing on witches, so I just straight did not have anything prepared for today. So I decided to do a renovation because I think they're pretty quick, they're pretty fun to do, and it was something that I could just, get through in an hour or so and see what happens, see where it takes me. So I found this on the gallery. Basically what I did is I just went onto the gallery and typed in under the hashtag section, renovate me, and I scrolled down and I found this house. I thought it was super cute. I loved the style of it. I loved the shape of it. I thought the porch over on the side was really cute. The roofing was really interesting. So I decided to go with this one. And this is by a Sims person called slimeypink. So you'll notice that was in the beginning when I showed just the picture of the exterior of the house. So if you want to go download this and renovate it yourself, you can absolutely do that. I thought it was a really cool build. There were a few issues with roof clipping and things like that, but with all of this fancy roofing that was on here, it's almost kind of to be expected. I did change up some of the roofing just because, again, I was doing a renovation. I know that I like to keep things as realistic as possible, but there were just some things that I was like, maybe if I tweak this a little bit, it'll not clip quite as bad. I was wrong. It did still clip. I had quite a few issues with the upstairs, but again, I thought the exterior of the house was super cute, and this is not something that I'm really probably going to be playing in, so the clipping doesn't bother me as much when I am building specifically for the sake of building, which is exactly what this one is. I likely will upload this onto the gallery at some point or another. I did not do it this morning. I do want to make sure that I, comment on the original build and make sure that the creator is okay with me re-uploading this newer version. I thought the house was super cute, and I love how abandoned and creepy they made it look, and I have been really excited and still happy about Strangerville lately, so I wanted to do something that was Strangerville. This house actually does have a bunker under it too, so that was kind of like the big thing in their description was saying, that this house was abandoned, but there's a bunker underneath, so, maybe the people that had lived here really kind of spent most of their time down in the bunker because the upstairs, the actual house was like really grody and gross looking, and all the furniture was old and disgusting. I just love builds like this, and I'm always in awe of how disgusting and gross people can make these builds in a way that makes it just look so cool and just awesome. I love it. So slimeypink, if you are watching this by chance, you did a phenomenal job on making this abandoned house. I really enjoyed furnishing it and kind of, making it look like it's a nicer home. So that is hopefully what I did. I hope I did this house justice for you. And I decided to go with the yellow exterior. I love a good yellow house, guys. Yellow houses are like, I want my real life house to be yellow, but just, residing my entire house just for the sheer purpose of turning it yellow is just straight up not cost effective. There's so many things that we could do inside of our house to renovate it and to make it look a little bit better, kind of up the sale value of our house, and just changing it to yellow is just not one of those things. The exterior of our house looks fine. It's just a boring tan color. So I get to live out my yellow house fantasies in The Sims. Please let me have that. I did keep quite a bit of the landscaping from the original house, and I didn't really add too much landscaping. I added all of those bushes that were coming into the house for that walkway, but other than that, I kept the trees that were in there. I did delete most of the landscaping that was outside, but I really didn't feel like this house needed a ton of landscaping, especially with the ground that is in Strangerville in this particular area. You have all those cutesy little flowers that look like they kind of fell off the trees. So I don't know, I didn't really want to cover up too much with the landscaping, and I didn't feel like the exterior really needed too much. The house speaks for itself here as far as I'm concerned. I did put just a few kid items outside. There is a tiny, tiny bedroom upstairs that I created for a toddler, so I figured, hopefully they'll be able to grow with the house to a certain extent, and I wanted to make sure that I did have some kids items outside, so we knew that this was a little bit more of a family home than anything else. And then, of course, I'm just kind of playing around with the shed outside. So this is how you get down into the bunker. There is no way into the bunker from the interior of the house, which I think is perfect. I think that totally makes sense that you would want to go outside and, go into your shed, and there's your secret bunker. And it's actually even hidden behind the door that has the bookcase. So it's that little creepy hidden kind of door. And then the interior, now this was my second attempt at this interior. I did attempt to do the interior because I wanted to put the stairs into that little kind of sticky out bit that was in front of the bathroom. And I wanted to have them curved. So I wanted to do like the little landing because now we can play with stairs a little bit more. But there was just not enough space in this house. The stairs were not cooperating. I could not get them to fit in a way that really made sense. So I did end up keeping the stairs exactly how they were. I actually didn't even really change much of the layout. I did add some walls upstairs, again, just because I was having some roof clipping issues here. So I did end up figuring out how to make it's still clipping, but I was also having an issue with the siding peeking out from the outside, so I couldn't change those walls without also changing the exterior siding, which was really frustrating. I did manage to figure it out, but it made the bathroom really small, and we did lose a little bit of space in the master bedroom as well, and there's a closet kind of covering up that second window in the master bedroom as well. So, it is what it is. It's a thing. I still think it looks fine, and I am glad that I managed to figure out how to get that roofing to be a little bit less clipping. Again, it's not perfect. It's not exactly what I wanted, but sometimes you got to work with what you can do in The Sims. So basically, I just kind of pulled that roof back a little bit just to give myself a little bit of extra space to work with. Coming downstairs, I did not go super over the top or anything like that with the decor. I just went with what I ended up enjoying and what I thought would look good. So I did use a lot of the items that I normally use in my builds, which is something that I feel like I haven't done in quite some time. Lately, I have been doing a lot of, stylistic kind of builds, so it's not necessarily like I'm putting things in because I like them and that's what I enjoy and that's what I think looks good. With this house, I just went straight up like, I think this looks cute and I'm gonna build it. So this blue color on the walls, this is one of my absolute favorite paint swatches for walls, is this really deep dark blue. I think it is super pretty. I think you can match it with almost any color you want to. And I just love the way that it looks really in most houses. So then this area in front of the bathroom, I just did a little tiny seating area with a bookcase. There's not much to do in this house. I didn't end up putting in like a TV or anything like that. There is a desk with a computer upstairs, but the downstairs was a little bit on the boring side as far as activities for your Sims. So I did want to make sure that there was something downstairs that your Sims could do, and I thought the bookshelf was the perfect thing to do. Over on this wall, I did a little teeny tiny feature wall with the new picture frames from the Moschino Stuff Pack. I did not end up going in and filling in the picture frames with any pictures, just because, again, I did this all in one day, the build, the editing, the voiceover, all that fun stuff. And I don't know, I didn't really have a Sim family that I wanted to create or I was really excited about. So I did put the Roswell family in here. There is a man and a woman. I can't remember their first names because I have never played with the Roswells, and they're still, to me, a relatively new townie. I know that we got Strangerville at this point quite some time ago, But I just don't really play with the families that are in that particular pack. So, sorry, I don't know their names. I do know their last name is Roswell, though. And I thought this was a cute house for them to be in. This living room was a little bit tough to work with, and I did make the decision, again, not to have a television in here, mostly because I didn't know where to put it. It's a weird spot. I could have gotten rid of the dining room and just made this whole area a living space, but I did want them to have a little dining area, and it was nice to kind of separate the space out a little bit. But, no TV. It is what it is. Sometimes you got to sacrifice some things to be able to make the house look the way that you want it to look, and that's what I did. This little bathroom downstairs is just a half bath, so it's just a toilet and a sink. Nothing super crazy about that, but I really do love the way that this downstairs turned out. I think I'm very partial to the kitchen. The living room is not my super favorite, but again, I do think it looks pretty darn cute. And then, of course, we go upstairs to this other bathroom. There is no sink in this bathroom because, again, I did have to put that closet in there just to be able to paint the wall an appropriate color and not have it be the yellow siding. It was bothering me way too much. I could have left it with the yellow siding and fit in a sink and whatever else I needed in that bathroom, but it wasn't working for the way that I wanted this house to look. So, it's okay. There's no sink. So, of course, we are working on the toddler room next. I think this room is super cute, although it is very, very small. So keep that in mind. I did not have enough space to really get in kind of anything for toddlers to play with. There is the tablet in there. I figured that would kind of cover all of the skills that they needed to boost. There's a few toys on that little table-ish kind of thing. And then, of course, they have the big stuffed dog, which I think is super cute. I love putting that in my builds. I think he's adorable. And then the master bedroom over here, again, a very small room. This is a very small house. I didn't want to expand it because the exterior was just way too cute. And of course, if I had pushed anything into that back area, I would have had even more problems with clipping. And then the landing over the stairs, I did color the paint, I did color the wall the same paint as the downstairs walls. I just like when everything kind of flows and continues. That's how my house in real life is. I have a wall that goes up my stairs, and then the upstairs is the same color as that wall. So I did end up sticking the desk over in this area. I thought it was the perfect spot for it, just a nice little workspace. I'm not sure what these people do for work, but if they need it, it's there. And then we go downstairs into the bunker, which was probably one of my favorite spaces to work on, but actually took me the least amount of time. And I think it's just because I didn't want to go overboard down here. I didn't want it to feel homey or cozy. I really wanted it to be dark and dingy, and you don't want to live here. The only reason why you have to come down to this bunker is because something horrible is happening and you need to get away from whatever is happening on the surface level. So this is very utilitarian, I think. There are 3 beds, so I figured, the husband, the wife, and then if they do have a child, at least the child has a place to sleep. Of course, a toddler cannot sleep in that bed, but you get the idea. You could always switch it out for a toddler bed if you needed to. I did put the antique fridge down here as well as a microwave. I figured they maybe had a generator or something, and they'd be able to keep the fridge on, they'd be able to keep the microwave on, but maybe a stove isn't the most practical thing to have down here, depending on what type of stove it is. I don't know, I feel like all of the Sim stoves are gas range ovens or gas stoves and not like electric or anything like that. Now that I think about it, I want an electric stove. I want an electric cooktop or an induction cooktop. An induction cooktop, if I could say the word cooktop, would be super cool in The Sims. So somebody please talk to The Sims and have them make that for me. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this build. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments how excited or unexcited you are for Realm of Magic coming out tomorrow. I'm really pumped about it only because I have a really cool witches video planned for you. It is part of my brief history series. So we are going to go through some of the history of witches, starting with the Bible. We're going to end right around medieval Europe times. I'm not going to get into the Salem witch trials yet. keep your eyes open because a Salem Witch Trials video is definitely going to happen. You think we're getting witches and I'm not going to do a Salem Witch Trial video? Like, you be cray. If you guys are new here or you're not new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video and hit that little notification bell. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate it as always, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Realm of Magic. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.